What is happening, folks? Welcome back to another episode in Ocean Aquatics TV. I'm your host, Freshwater Joe. Today we're going to be in-depth diving into the myth, I guess, of do I use artificial or live plants? Chances are, if you're a beginner, we're going to steer you in the direction of doing artificial for the following reasons. One, they're easy to clean. Two, you don't have to be a scientist or some crazy hobbyist, and you don't have to look up any information on how to keep this alive. Number three, they're really come a long way in the hobby recently. The liveliness look of them, they really can look like you have live plants, especially ones that are flowy and are able to move and interact in the aquarium's flow like a live plant would naturally. So there's a huge variety, especially what we sell here at the store. We can overlay some nice B-roll and footage of this fantabulous plant wall here. It's very easy for you to come in with your family, whether you have young children or if this is your first ever adventure into the home aquaria and you're like, well, I want some color, I want some movement, but I hear live plants are difficult to take care of. They can pose a lot of issues to the beginner hobbyist. So artificial plants are a great way to start, to get some color, to get some movement like some of the flowier plants in the tank, and just to make that aquarium pop. And we can use brightly colored artificial plants like nice bright whites and different colors like oranges, yellows, purples, and just make it look cool, I guess, is in a sense. So pros versus cons, live plants over artificial plants. When your plants get dirty, it is extremely easy to clean them. And you can see here, I just went through, did a water change in this aquarium. I had taken out the dirty plants about a week or so ago. I left it as a hardscape, and now I was deciding to do this video today, so we went ahead and put some artificial plants back in. Now these plants were prepared and cleaned in the back room, and you guys can do this at home as well. We actually have some videos on our channel that Danny can link up in the YouTube card or in the description below on how to properly clean your aquarium plants. We're not gonna get into that today in this video. Cleaning the artificial plants is a lot easier than dealing with algae films and things like that with a live planted tank. It can be a lot more difficult to fix and correct those issues when you have a live plant, because it is not as simple and easy like it is with the artificials to take them out, prepare them and clean them, make them look like you just took them off the shelf again and put them back into the aquaria. Artificial plants are definitely, yes, easier for the beginner aquarist to have a very colorful, highly decorated, clean looking aquarium, and you don't have to struggle. They don't require light, no spending thousands of dollars on high-tech aquarium lighting systems. It's not necessary. You definitely can and make the fish look amazing with the AA primes, or you can do a full light, but you don't have to go to the extent of getting something that is absolutely necessary. Plant spectrum, will grow plants, etc. if you're doing the artificials. You just want something that make the fish look good. That's basically it. So they don't require expensive, extensive lighting systems. They're easy to clean and they don't die. So artificial plants are a great, easy beginner way to start and get some nice colors and decorations in the aquarium and make it look like it's kind of real, and you use the hardscapes like the round stones and the dragon woods and the spider woods, etc., and you can kind of create something that looks like this. Now if we come down this way, this is what we're looking at, a live planted tank. Now this is a low-tech live planted tank, so we're not injected CO2. We have a high-tech lighting system on it, but it's not at a really high intense par. So we kind of have the lights on like a 50% intensity, and we're using the AA primes here. But aside the fact, doing a live planted tank, first off the rip, setting it up completely new and doing live right away can pose challenges, because you're not typically loading the plant all with as many plants as you can possibly put in right away. You're usually purchasing one or two at a time, and it can be quite costly for the beginner hobbyist to just load the tank up right away and then slowly adding fish. Typically most people want to get fish first, and then they end up with one or two plants with a heavy fish load, and that poses algae problems. Because you have your nutrients extremely high, then at that point, after your tank is cycled, now there's only a few plants in the aquaria that are able to export those nutrients. And basically, without doing a high-tech tank, the plants will stop photosynthesizing once they've used up all the diffused CO2 that's currently in the water column that has diffused over nighttime. And then they're gonna stop like halfway through the day. And all that extra nutrients that your fish are now producing and excreting as waste, your bacteria processing, all goes to algae, and algae just grows like the wind. So it can become challenging in the beginning to get all of those parameters right. Now, I'm making live plants sound horribly awful to deal with. They can be extremely enjoyable, and there's a lot of benefits to them as well. aside from the fact that it's tough in the beginning to get them right. Basically, my advice is if you're gonna go with the live plants, buy as many as possible and do a light fish load. That's gonna have your best success if there's just enough nutrients and you're able to control that with nutrient dosing, which we can go into further videos later down the line, kind of make this a series with the live plants here. Start off with a bunch of live plants, get a good lighting system and a light fish load, and it's gonna greatly improve your ability to grow those plants without having intense algae issues. Benefits of live plants. Now, once you get this under control and you've mastered how many fish you can have in that aquarium with the amount of live plants, and you can figure it out, so especially if you're doing a low-tech tank, the benefits that the live plants have, a lot of the fish will interact with them better than artificial. For one, they're live and they look real because they are real, and they do help extract and export nutrients and harmful chemicals, minerals, and things like that that can be in the water column. So when you get that ratio of plant to fish correct and you got it down, they really keep the water column pristine and as clean as possible. It's how nature was meant to work. I guess in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is when you get the ratios right and you're having success and you've beaten off that algae issue, the tank is mature, a live planted tank on any day will look way better, in my opinion, than an artificial decored tank. And it really keeps the water clean. It'll be the most epic aquarium you've ever done when you get it right. But it can be tricky getting it there. So for the beginner hobbyist, artificial plants are definitely the way to go. Easy to clean, easy to maintain. It's like bulletproof, and you can do all of the really colorful fish that may nibble and eat at live plants. The other benefit to the artificials, you can do whatever you'd like with them, and you don't have to worry about them being ferocious herbivores and destroying all of your plants. But you can incorporate live plants with fish that do nibble by doing the marginal plants here. If you want to take it above the rim, like we do here at OSA, and do some pothos and monsteras or peaceloids, etc., you're able to have that nutrient export, so you're not basically maintaining your aquarium and basing it on water changes and being reliant on them. Marginal plants, which we have done videos before, if you go back and watch some of our live videos, or somewhere in the YouTube feed here, you can see a couple of videos I have done in the past about marginal plants and their benefits. Live plants have some benefits with keeping water quality pristine and removing harmful chemicals and helping you prolong your water changes in a sense. If you get that ratio right, if you still overstock the aquarium, you're gonna have algae issues and you're still gonna have to base your maintenance on your water changes. They're not like the end all be all. I'm talking like an aquarium that is completely loaded in plants to the nines and you have like the lightest bioload on the face of the planet, like 10 neons, basically. I hope you enjoyed the little tidbits. I kind of was all over the place. It's not really structured, but pros, cons of live plants, artificial plants. It's up to you. It's based on your lifestyle and exactly how you would like the aquarium to look and how it's maintained. It's up to you. If you'd like more information or in-depth kind of talking about it further, hit us up in the comment section below. We can comment back at you guys, or feel free to come into the store and talk to one of us, Seacon, Coventry, or Wakefield. You know what's coming next, baby. Keep it fresh.